A popular demand from the people who watch my videos, let's see the funniest moments of Senator John Kennedy. He's one of one, and he is hilarious. Let's check out some of his funniest moments together in this compilation.
Do you come up with these ideas? Is this all extemporaneous when you answer, or do you think about it ahead of time? Because it's too good to think that it just comes off the top of your head.
Sean, this is how the good Lord made me. I have the right to remain silent, but not the ability. And I don't know whether it's divine inspiration or the devil's making me do it, but it just comes out. I understand her slogan is going to be change begins with a mustard seed. I guess if Governor Pritzker runs, his slogan will be, you can have a tummy and still be yummy. Intelligence is chasing the Biden administration, but the Biden administration is managing to beat it. The U.S. dollar is the world's reserve currency. Actually, that's probably not true. I think the real reserve currency in the world is a Taylor Swift concert ticket. But as I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. Stupidity is a lot like pornography. It's very hard to define, but you know it when you see it. Newsom is entitled to his opinion, but in my judgment, he's a featherweight. If you scratch the surface, you just get more surface. To know Mr. Comey is to dislike Mr. Comey. A reason he doesn't get invited to too many parties. He's a butthead. The tofu crowd is mad, but when you trim fat, pigs squeal. Millions of Americans tonight are thinking, Republicans aren't perfect, but the other side is crazy. Democrats and Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez now believe, and a charitable interpretation for this kind of behavior does not exist. And the American people look at it and they just want to jump out of a moving car. The woke Democratic elites with their organic broccoli NPR tote bags love him because he does what he's told. But his ideas are goofy. And that's why Democrats are polling right up there with scalp psoriasis. Mr. Comey has a chip on his shoulder. The chip on his shoulder has a chip on its shoulder. I don't have a lot of sympathy for him. I'm not saying that, I don't know what his intent was, but it was bone deep down to the marrow stoop. I'm not saying that I don't trust President Trump, but there's another saying, trust in God, but tie up your camel. You're a Democrat in today's Democratic Party. You're not allowed to oppose racial quotas, but you are required to use certain pronouns and to believe that men can breastfeed. In over 300,000 years of human history, nobody's ever calmed down when they're told to calm down. He kind of reminds me of my hometown Baton Rouge newspaper. They talk tough. They can't quite pull it off when they show up to a party in Crocs and knee-high tube socks. Here's what I think. I think these people are goofy. They hate George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Seuss and Mr. Potato Head. I consider Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez to be the leader of the Democratic Party.
We got to hurry.
Our plan for dealing with her is called Operation Let Her Speak. The Democrats are trying to appear more manly. Just a thought, but they may want to consider first getting rid of their man person. There's no safe way to smoke crack. They're the kind of people that would have a picture of the Backstreet Boys tattooed on their lower back. I would tell them gently, number one, take their meds. Maybe George Washington couldn't tell a lie, but just about every politician since then has mastered the art. Qatar. I trust Qatar like I trust a rest stop bathroom. Dark woke, light woke, mellow yellow woke, it's still woke. They carry around Ziploc bags of kale to give themselves energy. To me, kale tastes like I'd rather be fat.
It's been cool sharing these funny moments with you. I'm Angel. This has been the Vazquez Report. See you next time.